has your ego taken the wheel? Answer that wrong, and a winning streak becomes a losing spiral. Answer it right, and you become the rare trader who can win, walk away, and come back clean the next day. That's power. That's longevity. That's who you're becoming. Let's talk about losing days. Not the kind where you shrug it off and go back to the charts with your head high. I mean the kind that crack you open, where everything goes wrong, where your setup fails, your emotions flare, your confidence crumbles, where you stare at the screen asking, "What is wrong with me?" Sound familiar? If you've traded for more than a few months, you know the weight of those days. And if you're new, get ready because they're coming. But let me give you something most traders never hear. Losing days are not the problem. Your reaction to them is. See, the moment you tie your identity to your trading results, every loss feels personal. Every red candle feels like judgment. Every stopped-out trade whispers, "You're not good enough." And that inner dialogue, that's what really destroys you. Not the market, not the chart, not the spread or the broker or the news event you didn't see coming. It's you versus you. Because here's the deal. Loss is part of the process. You can't escape it. You can't eliminate it. You can't outsmart it, but you can reframe it. So let's shift the lens. A losing day is either a lesson or a landmine. If you pause, reflect, and extract the feedback, it becomes a lesson. It sharpens you, grounds you. It teaches you where your weakness lives. But if you ignore it, react emotionally, or try to make it back, it becomes a landmine. It sets you up for revenge trades, for blown accounts, for giving up entirely. So the question is never did I lose? It's what am I doing with this loss? Here's how you start turning losing days into fuel. Step 1, strip the emotion. Right after the loss, you're hot. Your brain's looking for something to blame. Maybe yourself, maybe the market. But this is not the moment to evaluate. Because if you try to make sense of a loss while you're still emotionally charged, you'll distort the truth. Take a walk. Step away from the screen. Detach. Because clarity doesn't come from staring harder at the chart. It comes from stepping back. Step 2, break it down. Honestly. Ask, did I follow my plan? Was this set up in my journal? Did I size the trade correctly? Was the loss due to randomness or recklessness? Be brutally honest. If you followed your edge and the trade just didn't work, good, that's part of the game. Let it go, log it, move on. But if you forced the entry, skipped confirmation, oversized your position because this one felt right, now you've got work to do. That's not just a losing trade. That's a mental breach. And if you don't address it, it will become a pattern. Step 3, document your emotion. This is the step most traders skip. They write the numbers, but not the narrative. Write down exactly what you felt before, during, and after the trade. Were you anxious when you clicked? Did your heart rate spike when the price reversed? Did you feel anger, shame, panic? Write it all. This is your emotional blueprint, and over time it becomes your most valuable data because you'll start to notice patterns that have nothing to do with price action, but everything to do with your decisions. Step 4, don't try to win it back. This one's tough because after a loss, especially a painful one, your brain screams, "I need to recover." You want that dopamine hit, that redemption, but that's a trap. Trading from emotion, even revenge masked as logic, is like running into a fire to save a match. You're going to get burned. If you're not in control, you're not allowed to trade. Simple. Set a rule. 1 loss, you pause. 2 losses, walk away for the day. You're not being weak, you're being strategic. Because the best traders don't fight the market, they protect their psychology. Step 5, zoom out. Losses feel huge in the moment, but when you look at the bigger picture, your weekly, monthly, or quarterly performance, they shrink. One bad day doesn't define your journey. It doesn't cancel your growth. It doesn't erase the discipline you've built. Zoom out. Take the hit like a professional, then recalibrate and return smarter. Because every losing day is a test of your process, your patience, your perspective. And if you pass that test, If you don't crumble, don't overreact, don't spiral, then that loss just made you stronger. But if you let it shake you, break you, redefine you, then it wins twice. So choose carefully. Every red day is a crossroad. Lesson or landmine. It's up to you. Winning streaks, they feel like the holy grail, don't they? That string of trades where everything lines up. You enter with confidence, price moves your way, you hit your profit target clean, and you repeat it again and again. You feel sharp, tuned in, like you finally get it. And that feeling, that high, it's powerful. But here's what most traders won't tell you. Winning streaks are just as dangerous as losing streaks, maybe even more. Because losses hurt, losses make you cautious, losses force reflection, but wins? Wins make you feel invincible. And that's the real threat. When you're winning consistently, the biggest danger isn't the market turning against you. The danger is you turning against yourself without realizing it. You start to believe you figured it all out. You get comfortable. You start letting little things slide. You ignore a weak confirmation. You enter a trade a little early. You bump up your lot size without recalculating risk. You stop journaling because it's going well. And it doesn't happen all at once, it's subtle. But step by step, you drift. Away from discipline, away from structure, away from the mindset that got you the wins in the first place. That's how winning streaks become the beginning of downfalls. Because here's the truth. Your biggest losses often come after your biggest wins. Not because the market changed, but because you did. You stopped being the trader you were when you were struggling. Hungry, focused, intentional. You let success make you sloppy. That's why the pros don't just survive winning streaks, they manage them like a risk. Because winning is a risk, not in terms of equity, but in terms of mindset. So if you're in a streak right now, or you know one is coming, here's how to handle it without crashing. 1. Keep your routine exactly the same. Don't reward yourself by sleeping in or skipping prep. Don't start taking more trades because you feel hot. Stay mechanical. Stay boring. Repeat the exact habits that got you the streak in the first place. 2. Lower your position size slightly. This sounds counterintuitive. You're winning? Why risk less? Because your emotions are peaking. Even if you don't feel it yet, your brain is getting addicted to the rush. Lowering your size is a psychological anchor. It reminds you that discipline matters more than momentum. 3. Journal harder, not less. Winning is the moment to zoom in on your behavior. Ask, am I still following my edge? Am I getting overconfident? Am I trading more frequently than before? Wins are not proof you're perfect. They're proof your system is working right now. But systems don't last without accountability. 4. Take intentional breaks. Here's one of the most advanced moves in trading. Walking away when you're ahead. Not forever, just for a few hours, a day, maybe a weekend. Give your mind a chance to reset before it convinces you that you're smarter than the market. Because you're not. No one is. And the second you think you are, the market reminds you. Brutally. 5. Define a streak limit. Set a number. 3 wins in a row. 4 wins. 5. And then force a pause. Review your trades. Check your behavior. Look for signs of deviation. This isn't punishment. It's risk management of your psychology. It's easy to think you're invincible when the money's flowing, but you're not. You're still human. You're still one emotional decision away from erasing a week of progress in 5 minutes. So ask yourself, can you handle success? Can you stay humble in the face of profit? Can you keep your ego quiet when your equity is rising? Can you treat a winning day with the same seriousness as a losing one? Because the best traders, the ones who last, they don't celebrate wins like lottery tickets. They see them as data, signals, moments to reflect, not to relax. They take a winning streak and say, let's tighten up. Let's lock in discipline. Let's not get soft. That's the mindset. Because in forex, you don't just survive the red days. You also have to survive the green ones. You have to protect your edge, especially from yourself. So next time you feel that confidence rising, that urge to double down, that desire to go big because you're hot, pause. Ask, What would the disciplined version of me do